A-level results, GCSE results, the big day is here. How did you do? Leave a comment below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome. This is the only way up. So GCSE day is here, A-level day is here, big days, big decisions to be made. A lot of nervousness is in the air. Is this always been like this? Is there something different? What do you think?
Yes, welcome, Shani. So yes, it's Sunday today. I think Thursday, my daughter's GCSE results are coming out. She actually's done a really good job of talking everything down. I think that's her attempt at dealing with it. Look, if you're from an Asian family, you know, education has always been drummed into you to be really important. It's make or break. You know, if you do well in your education, you will go on and do better. And this is really drummed in. And if you had parents like mine, we had to study every day for an hour and a half. It was like religious. You know, what we studied didn't matter, but an hour and a half had to be done. And really the pressure starts from a young age. You know, there's a lot of comparing, contrasting with different students. You know, you got to do well. And I think we do need to put this into perspective for people. Yes, education is important. However, look, you know, things have changed now. You got to, you know, people may stress about this. They may even get anxiety. At the end of the day, look, firstly, to put this a bit of perspective, you know, your ultimate exam is when you meet your creator. So, you know, in that context, the GCSE is one little thing amongst many. You can have great GCSE results. Really, you have the exam of your life, which one day you're going to meet your creator for. And this is definitive. This is something you have to prepare for. There's no retake on this. You get one chance, which is the life you have now. I think the other thing I have to put into perspective that even GCSEs now, you know, the workplace, especially in the West, has changed significantly because of AI, because of where things are going. The importance of the role GCSE plays is now very minimal. In fact, very few people, a lot of people now are not going on to university because of the student debt that's actually involved. And if you look at Google and Apple, they don't even request GCSEs or significant academic qualifications now. What they're looking really is at skills. And I just think, you know, with AI, a lot of industries just want me. I mean, I keep telling my nieces and nephews, you got to go into an area that will still be around in 10 years. This isn't the internet or robotics in the factories. AI actually will replace a lot of office work, a lot of work where there would have been jobs. So this is something somebody needs to think about. So that's more from a practical side. I think obviously from the flip side that, look, it's not the end. It's really just the beginning. Whatever your results are, it's not the end of the world. However, you know, on the day of judgment, you know, your deeds, if they're given to you in your left hand when you meet your creator, you know, that exam, if you fail, you know, that is a failure. And that's something you need to prepare for. And that is really the ultimate exam. Your GCSEs don't even come into that league table. Yeah, just some pointers there, inshallah.
Yeah, and I think this whole, worry about GCSE A-levels is more a reflection of the state of the world. In terms of economically, the whole world is going down. When G7 countries are struggling to have any growth, that means even in the most elite countries, in terms of economically, there's poverty happening. There's, you're not going to make it in life. Wow, in the most elite countries. And then you got, the rest of the world, the G20s and the rest of the world, where even with top marks, top degrees, you still can't make it. So I think the worry is more about rizq, being able to have a normal life of just earning some money, putting food on the table, not worrying and struggling at the end of the month, how I'm going to pay my bills. That is the worry of parents for their children. It's not I don't think it's become an obsession of elitism. I don't think it's become an obsession of outdoing everyone. I think now it's just become a story of, if you do well, okay, alhamdulillah, you'll have a bit of rizq. You'll have an income. You'll be able to survive. You won't go into poverty. You won't have to see hard times. To a situation where if you just don't do, if you don't hit the top marks, then you're going to be struggling. There's going to be difficult decisions. There's going to be difficult choices. Then there's going to be a lot of missing out. And this is, it's not a reflection of parents. It's not a reflection of kids. It's a reflection of the economics. It's a reflection of the fiat currencies. It's a reflection of the 1% and the economic system that's absolutely crushing everyone and making everyone hitting everyone panic mode. Panic mode. You need to do well, otherwise you're in the dumps. You're down in the dumps, and that's the sad state of the world in which the youth are growing up right now.
Yeah, that's it, bro, from my side.
And just one additional point. Uh, I mean, maybe you may be able to reflect on this. Maybe some of the viewers will be able to reflect on this. We're growing up. It felt like a time of opportunity. It felt like you did reasonably well. You'd make it work. You know, the whole narrative used to be you will have a better life, better opportunities, better way than your parents. But now the system seems totally upside down. No matter how much you do, it's very difficult. Um, and within that, how does your mind accept this? And I think one important thing is to realize is, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the situation of the believer is amazing. When good things happen, he says Alhamdulillah. When difficult time comes, he has sabr. And this is the situation that if we are in difficult times, it's not due to my failings, not due to our failings, it's not due to me as a person failing. No, this is difficult times, and we have sabr, and we'll get through this. Not to turn to bad activities, not to turn to criminality, not to turn to vices, not to turn, okay, the system isn't working, I'm going to do shortcuts, I'm going to, start doing bad activity. No, our rizq is written, whether the economics is good or bad, whether the economics is fantastic or whether the economics is failing. There will be a path for us, there will be a way for us. We just find it, and we have sabr, and we thank Allah in this whole process. So, Jazakallah khair for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Love to see what you got in your results. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.